Rafael Payare, a very warm welcome to you here to Oslo on a cold day.
Oh, thank you very much.
To
Beautiful though, with a little bit of snow.
Yes,
Yeah.
unusual for you maybe?
Oh, absolutely. This is absolutely stunning. People were looking at me a little weird in the morning because I was just walking, looking at the snow, going in like, people are like just going around, but I enjoy it.
You won the Malko competition in 2012.
Yes.
And since then you've visited many of the leading orchestras in the world.
Yes.
Yes?
Absolutely. Yeah. It was wonderful.
How has the competition changed your musical life?
Wow,
career?
it really, it was the beginning of everything. And of course, when I went there, I wanted to go there because I want to have the experience, and it was I know that competitions are so subjective and everything, and I just want to have the experience. There were a lot of repertoire, and it was great. I just want to live the experience. I have no idea that I was going to, not even in the final, that I was in the final. I happen I'm going to win. No, I just have the confidence that with this wonderful orchestra, at least I could have the Tchaikovsky with them, and then it doesn't matter. But after that, it was like a domino effect. Everything started to change very quickly. It
Wonderful.
looks like 2 years have been like a lifetime ago.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
Well, for the best, I hope.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, you're one of the many success stories from El Sistema. And you started playing the horn, I think, with
Yes,
14?
indeed. Yeah. I was about to be 14. Yeah.
Yes, and started conducting, you're conducting studies only about 10 years ago, is that correct? Or?
Well, yes, pretty much, because I was playing in the orchestra, of course, and then it was in the back of my head. I said, like, well, I want to be a conductor one day, but maybe when I'm a very, very good horn player and when my hair is very, very white, and I'm very, very old, so then I would do that. And I remember very clearly that there was this Italian conductor, Giuseppe Sinopoli. He did a concert with the National Children Orchestra by that time, National Youth Orchestra, and the way he changed the sound and the dynamic of the orchestra, with no speaking any Spanish, it was fantastic. I said, like, yes, I need to do that. For my future, I want to do that. And then Maestro Abreu gave me the opportunity, not many years after that, and I started having classes with him. He set up a team of teachers, so I could have all the theoretical parts and everything, but the conducting classes with him alone, and it was great.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah, indeed.
Yeah. Last year, you were appointed chief conductor to the Ulster Orchestra.
Yes.
And I know that you have great plans for the orchestra, even though it's kind of a struggle financially there right at the moment.
Yeah.
And also towards the community.
Indeed.
And with your background from El Sistema, how will you try to implement your ideas and your experiences from El Sistema to Northern Ireland?
Yeah,
What are your plans?
the idea is try to reach everyone, because with the orchestra we are trying to develop a little bit more educational, going to less privileged places, and we know the troubles that they have been there with the Protestant and the Catholics in the past. Those problems are gone, but there's still a little bit, let's say, of a little shadow or shade from those problems still. And through music, it doesn't matter what religion, what color, or what's the size of your head or your body, anything. For music, you just need to play together with somebody else in tune and going with discipline. So the idea is trying to reach this, to make a little bit of a bond, to put away those little shades that are still of that, to put it away, and some more people. And I know for sure the way that music has changed life for many, many people in my country, including myself. So it's not a thing that this might be a theory. I know for sure that it's a fact, and that's the idea, to try to develop that into Northern Ireland as well.
Talk a little bit more about El Sistema. Maybe there are now, I read 500,000 children or youth in the program, and
Yes.
they are planning to expand to 1 million.
Yeah, that's the idea. That's the dream of Maestro Abreu, and I think it's going to happen quite soon, actually. In El Sistema, let's see. For El Sistema, it just goes. If you want to, let's say, be part of El Sistema, the only thing that you need to do is to show up. When you go to a núcleo that is like little conservatoires, it's not conservatoire because it's not the full extension. It's sometimes it's just a little house with 2 rooms. That it is what it is. I mean, you just have to go to some different places, so that's why we call it núcleos. When you go to one of these núcleos, you go there, and in the núcleo they will give you a teacher, so you could have the theory. They will give you a teacher for the instrument, and they will give you the instrument, and everything is for free. And immediately you start the theoretical education along with playing in the orchestra. Everything happened all at once. So of course, maybe it's a little bit non-orthodox as the way that it's done in everywhere else, but it has been working very well, because when you're a kid, you don't know what is difficult or what is not, and you just go and you arrive, and then you see, you know, your little partner, your little friend that is there, and he's playing 1 note, so you also want to play that note, and then he played 2 notes and you want to play 3, and that little natural nice competition and little wanted to improve just to play makes everything much easier, and the process just go very, very, very fast. It doesn't matter again where you come from, if you're rich, if you're poor, it doesn't matter. It's just about music. Everything is just focused through the music, and when we do that, as you know, in music you have to be in tune with somebody else. Sometimes you have to hear what the other has, and then that other has to hear what you do, to come together and make the music work. If the world would work this way, we will have a lot of less problems everywhere. Yeah, but we're trying to do that, at least in our orchestra, and the society, trying to build the society as an orchestra.
But when the youth, when you're growing up in El Sistema, when you are 18, 20, is there still orchestras for these people? Or when
absolutely.
they are 25,
Well,
what are their future musically?
Well, look at me. I started.
Yes.
I started with in El Sistema when I was a little bit old. I was 14, and I was part of what it was called at that time National Children Orchestra of Venezuela. I was, let's say, on the border of the limit of age, and then they didn't kick me out. They changed the number of the orchestra. The name of the orchestra was now National Youth Orchestra. And then we got a little bit older, and now it's Simon Bolivar Youth Orchestra. And now, because there are some that are over 30 and everything, now it's Simon Bolivar Orchestra of Venezuela. So it's happened in every single, let's say, department of all the núcleos. They just don't, okay, now you're 18, bye. Now you need a space for other one. No, because they're growing the amount of people coming, so they just have to make a space for another orchestra. That's why we have so many orchestras in there. Yeah.
And you're building beautiful concert halls.
Yeah.
So different from the rest of the world in those matters, where in Denmark they are maybe putting down an orchestra, but we don't know. But at least in Venezuela you're flourishing.
Yeah, for in orchestra wise, yes. we are doing that, and we are trying to. We also, it's not that we are also building beautiful concert halls. The problem is that we don't have enough concert halls, and we don't have, let's say, proper concert hall in all the major cities. So that was something that we need to, let's say, develop. And if you see, El Sistema is not like in here in Europe that you have centuries of having the arts. El Sistema have only 40 years. It's going to be next February. So we have to do, let's say, the hard work from the beginning. Having halls and everything for every orchestra is going to be there. But yeah, it's blossoming and flourishing and wonderful.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Indeed.
Some conductors, maybe, they feel that they have to approach different orchestras in different ways.
Okay.
Maybe.
Oh.
How do you feel about this?
Well,
traveling all around.
Well, absolutely. I mean, the orchestra is a living organism. I mean, it's made of human beings, and it's it's not exactly the same way for every orchestra. Every orchestra react differently, or what you do, what the beat and everything, and that's something that you as a conductor you just have to see and manage. And sometimes it's a give and take. That's why I think all the conductors likes to have a build relationship with orchestra, because when they already know each other, you don't have to do it again, okay, because it's a give and take. Okay, if I do this, they react this way, and that wasn't what I meant, so I have to, it's my fault, let's do it this way. Now they are reacting. That knowing each other is very important, and it's always different. It's like knowing,
Yes.
a partner, or
Yes, we're working on Brahms' Second Symphony this week.
Yes.
And as a young conductor from South America, do you think that you have a different approach than if you were a young conductor from Central Europe?
I have no idea, because I mean, for me, musical is universal. It doesn't matter that you come from South America or Saturn or the moon. Music is music, and it has its own language. And as we are enjoying this week, it just goes in a way that it feels right, and that's how you do it. Of course, there are many points of view to do it, and I'm not going to say that mine is the, let's say, the best one or the truth, but that's the way I see it, and helping with the orchestra, that's the way we are going to show it and have the concert, and we are enjoying it in the meantime, which is which is great. So yeah.
That's great. So Brahms was 44 when he wrote this symphony, and you're 34.
Yeah.
Where do you want to be in 10 years? Where do you see yourself?
Wow. Well, doing more what I'm doing now, enjoying, music, having concerts, and I hope that 10 years from now I already have my kids with my wife. We're only 1 year that we have been married. We don't have kids yet, but hopefully I hope that in 10 years I will be very happy having already my family, maybe 1 or 2 kids, and keep making music. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
What could be better?
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
think that's it. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, and we're really looking forward to this week's concert.
Thank you very much. It was my pleasure, and I'm also really looking forward to work with you again.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks.